Hey everybody, I'm Becky Adams. Thank you for stopping by my YouTube channel today. Today I have a fun, easy project using the Paige Evans Bungalow Lane collection from American Crafts. So it's kind of hard to tell on this video, but I am using a white cardstock background. It's just a white textured piece of cardstock. I believe it's from American Crafts. And I'm just lining up this striped pattern paper. That's the paper I started with, kind of my, I guess, inspiration, or my one piece that I really wanted to use on this project was that striped pattern paper. So I cut about a 6-inch strip of the striped pattern paper, and then I'm adding this strip of, it's kind of a coral red color, and I did stitch just with a white thread in my sewing machine along the top and the bottom of that strip. And you saw me I just tucked the ends of the thread behind that pattern paper before I stuck it down. And I've got these 2 half-inch strips of yellow pattern paper, and I just adhered those above and below the navy striped pattern paper. So I have 2 photos that I'm using today that are both 3x4. I just printed them at home and with a white border. So I have that gold frame, and I kind of was undecided on which photo to put it on, but I decided that I wanted to put it on the photo with the apples because the frame is slightly smaller and it covers up more of the photo, and I wanted to show more of the photo of my husband and I versus just the bowl of apples. So I'll go back and adhere that frame here in just a minute. But I have this green tag, and I fussy cut it from a piece of pattern paper from the Bungalow Lane collection, and I'm just going to tuck that right underneath the photo on the left. I already fuzzy cut it out and then tied through the top of the tag with a piece of white crochet thread. And then I'm just coming in here with the fine tip with art glitter glue, and I'm just adhering that chipboard frame. That chipboard frame came off of the 12x12 chipboard frame from the Bungalow Lane collection. For the title, I am using the Little Navy thickers. They're from American Crafts. They came with a Paige Evans collection a couple of years ago, and I just love them. I think that I've talked about them in a recent video, but they're just my favorite, and they went perfectly with the navy striped pattern paper on this collection. So you can see that I'm kind of messing with the E at the end of the word apple, and what happened is I was out of E's in this particular package of letter stickers, and so I used the letter F and then a small piece off of, I believe it was letter X, and I just cut a tiny piece off the letter X and I used it to make the letter F into the letter E. So now I have moved on to my journaling. I just printed my journaling at home. I use the, let's see, American typewriter. I believe this one is condensed, but I know it's American typewriter. I just can't tell if it's, I don't think it's condensed. I don't know for sure, but it's an American typewriter. And I just print that at home, cut it into strips, and I'm adhering them to the green tag above the title, and they stand out. The journaling strips stand out nicely on that green tag. So you can see they're just right at the tip of my scissors, that I cut out, or that there's one journaling strip there that has the date. I always print the date on my journaling strips. Sometimes I end up using it, sometimes I don't. In this case, I believe I'll come back and add it here in a couple of minutes. Okay, here we go. Yep, here's the journaling strip, and the journaling strip that has the date on it, and I'm just adhering that there below the journaling. So now that I have my title and photos and journaling in place, it's time to add some embellishments. And I have these two large kind of greenery pieces that came in the floral die cuts pack with the Bungalow Lane collection. And I wanted to make them kind of start in the top right and go down to the bottom left in a diagonal shape, kind of a curvy diagonal, I guess. And then I wanted to fill in around where the greenery connected with the pattern papers, and that's where I wanted to add the florals. So, but before I do that, I wanted to add one more strip around this section that has my photos and title and journaling, and that is a strip of washi. This washi is adorable. It is actually scalloped, and it is so cute. It matches this collection perfectly, of course, and it's so fun to have that little scalloped detail. So I kind of have my floral pieces laid out where I want them to be, and I'm just adhering them with pop dots, and I'm just putting one pop dot there in the center and creating that little floral cluster. I'm a little undecided, but I added this little crepe paper leaf, and I just tucked that right in there by the flowers. It's really cute, it has some stitching down the middle, and adds a fun bit of texture. So there's that Happy Day chipboard, and I just glued it right on top of the chipboard frame just to add a little bit, I guess a little bit more text is what I was looking for with that little piece. I also love the little pop of the extra pop of navy. So I'm just adhering or working on this bottom section of the floral cluster, and again just adhering the flowers with pop dots. So on the top cluster I have 3 flowers, and on this bottom cluster I have 4 flowers that are all slightly smaller. And I did that because I wanted the total number of flowers on this page to be an odd number. So a total of 7 flowers on the page. It just looked a little better to my eye. I trimmed off that green piece, the green leaves. I trimmed that off at the very bottom of the floral piece, or the leaves that are on the top, just to add that little pop of green there at the bottom. I was missing that deep green color in the bottom cluster. So to finish things off, I'm just adhering some chipboard buttons in the center of some of the flowers. And I think I've got just 3 on the top and 2 on the bottom. So again, I've got an odd number of embellishments. And there, I thought that I was finished, but once I kind of pulled it up and looked at it from a different, or picked up the layout and looked at it from a different direction, I decided that I wanted to add a little bit more of that washi along the top so that the top and the bottom matched. And with that little bit of washi, that's when I called this page finished. So thank you so much for stopping by. I'm so happy to have you here. If you haven't done so, I would love to have you as a subscriber. I upload videos every Sunday and then usually once or twice throughout the week, and I would love to have you here. Thank you for taking time out of your day to spend with me, and I will see you again soon. Have a good day.